You know me, Mr. Howard's the content looking now. I'm on my grind, man. I'm on my grind, man. I don't have time. If it's not nothing that's on the grind, um, I don't really want to waste my time, man.
You know, I'm actually happy I didn't rock out right, just to show that I could shut him out even because nobody could say it was just
Man,
a little
they
shot.
don't spark Rolly.
Okay, I
Listen,
understand.
Rolly, the knocked off inactive Ryan Garcia, and now it got him. It got all these people interviewing him, and got him a little bit of motion. But dog, let me say this, man. That whole card, that whole card was trash, man. We gotta call a spade, man. Like that whole. That's why I shout out to what I think Tim Bradley, Shannon Briggs, I think Gary Antoine Russell. Certain people, they on a pivot, man. They on a pivot, but of there's a lot of quote unquote social media people trying to act like what took place at Times Square was um was official. Yeah, it really wasn't, man. But see, that's what happens when you use social media people and influencers to try to promote promote and market something, right? A lot of times, people that are looking for clout or just wanting to be a part of something, they'll go with any type of narrative. I didn't. You see what I said? I stayed on my pivot the whole time. Um, I didn't want to. I didn't really want to go to no events. I know my daughter, she wanted to go. I was like, nah, I'm good. I didn't want to be a part of that shit, man. Cause for me, it was the circus. It was like, to me, it was just, it was what it was. It was the circus. It was like, how do you have something in the heart of Times Square, right? But you shut it down for the people. Like, I know you wasn't gonna let, a lot of people attend and all of that. That's like impossible. But to shut, like, they basically try to have, like, you couldn't have no access, right? No view. Like, to me, it was what it was. That's why the fight stunk. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. What's going on, OG? Just sitting here on my pivot, on my grind. That's all it's about, being on your grind. If you're not on your grind, you wasting your time, man. You wasting your time, man. That's why I try to give you everyday activities, because to show you that I'm on my grind. Even when y'all be laughing at Instacart, right? I ain't even go hard on Insta. I did Friday, a little bit Saturday night, and then Sunday. But I still made a couple $100, man. Right? I still, some of y'all, like I said, some of y'all that's sitting around, y'all not even making that, man. Y'all not even making that, but y'all will jump on the internet, man. Y'all crashing out, man. Get off the internet, man. The internet is a trap. The internet is a trap. I don't. Yeah, you saying good morning. It's good afternoon over here, but thank you for the greet, man. Thank you for the greet. Appreciate it. Hit the like button now. Smash the like button. You know that'll be a good morning. Hit the like button. Yeah, we on the grind, man. I shout out to my man. Hopefully he get home soon. He get his situation right. My guy Fame. Fame was on his way, man. Fame was a fighter that I was working with behind the scenes, but he had caught a case. He's currently incarcerated right now. We hope we pray everything works out for him. He comes home, and the good thing about uh, he will always be a fighter. So that's the one thing that boxing they can't take from you. Can go to jail, you could be a convicted murderer, and come home and become a professional fighter, be able to get a license. So all prayers up to him. We hope he comes home. And I'm here, fam. You can get right back on the horse. Um, but yeah, I'm on my grind. That's why if you pay attention to the content, right, I'm not trying to sit around. And I want to shout out all those podcasters and content makers that just sit around. You guys give me the motivation. Because when I watch you guys that just sit around and you're not getting no funds, you're not doing nothing, your channel's not growing, you're not growing, you motivate me to stay active. You motivate me to stay active because I refuse to do content just sitting around. Pointless, motionless content. Like, you got to pay me now. I'm like, people get mad, but that's the type of time I'm on. That's why I be trying to show the world this now. Like, you want me to sit around and do content, right? And then you want to put me in an algorithm system and shadow ban my shit and say it's being ignored, nobody's watching me. But I'll show you when I do whatever, feeding my dog or doing shit like that, I get crazy views. So you mean to tell me that stuff that I do that you want me to do doesn't do no views? Nah. And then I show you me in motion, making $20, $30, $40, $50 here and there doing Instacart, and y'all want me to stop that to sit on the internet and give out information and boxing or cover boxing events for free? I don't do that, man. I don't do that, man. Like right now, I'm getting paid, man. I'm waiting to go home. I'm getting paid. We gotta get a better understanding. Shout out to CW in the building. We need to get a better understanding. There's enough content makers that just sit around motionless. Go get with them. But I understand you don't want to get with them because you already got with them and they crashed out on the system. They're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing. And their content and their coverage is trash. But like I said, I don't work for free, man. I'm not that type of guy, man. I don't work for free. Absolutely, CW. Time is money. I'm going to pin that. Time is definitely money. And, you got to make all the time count, man. CW, you ever watch them do? Well, I know you don't watch them. You like me. We laugh at them. But, they'll do a half hour, a part-time shift. You know what a part-time shift is? 4 hours. Yeah, these guys, and I was telling Malik, I was like, look, that's why I exposed your man with that content. I was like, see, this guy sits in front of a green screen for too long, and now when he's outside, he gets brushed off. He got brushed off. Did you see that, CW? That boxing content that I put out that they try to shadow ban, where Rolly brushed that weirdo? He brushed him, man. Yeah, he brushed him. He always talks about everybody glazing and dick riding and all that. Yo, what did he do to Rolly? He turned into a groupie. Did you hear his voice? Hey, champ. Say hi to the people. Turned into a groupie. Turned into a straight groupie and got brushed. But look, it showed you everything that I talked about. How these guys talk crazy on the internet and see these fighters and want to take a picture. Yeah, that was Rolly. He talked crazy about Rolly. You see how he jumped out? Yo, he damn near jumped out of his hoodie. Hey, champ. Say hi to the people. Like, come on, man. Yeah, that was a bad look for Team Haney, man. Because he was there for Team Haney. Nasty work, man. Now, I appreciate that, though, CW. You always reposting the work. That's how look, CW. That's how I know my content be making moves. Because, right, pay attention to this. I'm not gonna give out all my information, right? But I have people in different regions of the country that share my content. Cause I've been, look, respectfully, where I'm from, New York, I conquered it. Nothing but haters. This is jealous fan zone for me now. This is like with that piece that I dropped last week, where I was saying how Charleston White was spot on. The people where you from are gonna hate on you the most, right? Because they don't want to see you grow or go. I conquered this already up here, man. That's why if you notice, the people that I actually network with now on the internet is from other regions. I don't even try to network with locals like that, because the locals don't even know how to grind. They're crash dummies. They're crash dummy status. I'm 10 steps ahead of all of these guys. All these guys that have been secretly behind the scenes trying to crash out and do dumb shit. Like, man, you niggas can't get your shit popping, man. In real life. My shit is popping in real life. The internet is smoke and mirrors, and I don't buy views. I do the other shit, the editing softwares and shit like that. But as far as trying to buy the views and the stuff, I'm good on that, man. I'm good on that, man. Because my catalog is filled with people who are quote unquote famous. Right? Did you see what I dropped today? Miss Nevada? I dropped Miss Nevada today, man. And look, they try to say that ain't doing no views. Look, I'll pull it up right now. Hold on. We got multiple devices rocking, right? Let me pull up Miss Nevada, right? Now, I dropped that for a reason. She was trending all over, because they had the fights last night out there in Vegas. They had the fights last night in Vegas. Girl, Miss Tiana in the building. Quick interview. You get around the city, around the world. Top 3 cities to work in. You be in them all. What's your top 3?
New York.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Philly.
Okay.
I don't know why I love it there. Okay. Because it looks so different from Vegas, and I'm from Vegas, so the food's good.
Yes, definitely. So, yo, CW, share that right there, man. Yo, share that right there, man. That's Tiana, top ranked knockout, former Miss Nevada. Share that, man. Share that. You said you shared this already. Appreciate it. When the fighter knows you are online goofy that sits in front of a green screen putting out content for hours and hours, and then you finally come outside. Look at Blue. Look at Blue, man. Look at Claymore Reigns.
Shout out to everything.
Man, Bozo. Yeah, you see how he did him? Because this is the same guy that sits online and talks crazy. But like I always said about these guys that talk crazy, when they see these fighters in real life, what's the first thing they do? They want to take a picture. Got it. How is my content looking now? You want my spot flash? You know you do have options.
That's how you go with it.
Now you gotta lean over, yeah. The Tiger Johnson fight. See you on the side. Yeah, man. That's oh, look who's calling. CEO Nasai is calling right now. CEO Nasai, what's going on? Yeah, no problem. What do you want? What? Okay, what up? That's it? Okay, how was the test today? Okay, that's good. All right, bye. Yeah, stop. Yeah, look. I was CEO right there. Look.
Coach Green on the scene.
Yeah, see that's real coverage right there, man. yeah, yeah, that's real boxing coverage, man. Do us both a favor and don't compare us, man. That's why I don't waste my time with these guys, man. I don't even waste my time with these guys, man. I really do things in life, man. And now I am molding my children into doing things. So why would I entertain certain people that I know is not even on my level, right? That I know is not even on my level. That I know what I do is I come on and I put out content. I know it irritates them. I know it irritates them. That's what I do now. But yeah, that was my baby girl right there. You know, her catalog is crazy already, man. It's crazy already, man. Right? Let me share this. Yo, man. Let me share this. Yo, WCS, if you need to use any of that content, right, for reaction video, feel free. Feel free. If you want to do a reaction video on any of that content, feel free. You know, you are more than welcome. You are an official guy in the game. Feel free. And do your thing. Right? 'Cause I just had to just show like how these guys are frauds and scammers and busters. Like you can't sit online and talk about people glazing and all this tough crazy shit and see a fighter and be like, hey champ, say hi to the people. Like, come on, bro. You the man one talking about people glazing and jumping on nut sacks. That's what it looked like to me. That's what it looked like to me. Right? It looked like, it looked like you jumped right on that hot dog. You was in Manhattan, so that was Papayas. Was that a Papayas dog? There's a lot of Papayas out there in Times Square. Now, if you was in Brooklyn, I would have said it was the Nathans. I would have said that was the Nathans, Frank, but that was the Papayas. Papayas is right there in Times Square, too. Papayas is all over Manhattan. That was the Papayas dog. You jumped right on that. Yeah, you know who he was? And please, tell me I'm hating. I just showed my daughter doing more than you ever done in boxing. Right? And that's the world's most famous arena. That she's already got stripes, right? But you know who you was, my guy? Yo, you watched the Boondocks? Yo, you was Gangstalicious. Yo, remember Gangstalicious? Yo, he was real tough, right? Yeah, y'all watch the Boondocks? yo, Gangstalicious was gangster. But what was Gangstalicious about? Yeah, he was Gangstalicious, man. Yo, Rolly bought the Gangstalicious out of him. Yo, yeah, he seen Rolly. Yeah, he forgot he was tough, man. Man. Shout out to my guy Malik, man, for sending me that video, man. Yo, my skills is getting nice, right? Yo, didn't I put that together real nice? Yeah, my man Malik sent that to me, man. I seen it though. I caught it when it went live. And I was like, you know what? When it went live and I caught it, I was like, this is how weird and fake YouTube boxing is. Nobody would talk about that. Right? Y'all would sit on live and discuss all these things, but that'll fly right over. But now you know what? It can't fly over. It can't. That's why I put that video out. Shadow ban that now. Right? And look, even if you shadow ban it, it's gonna prove the point. Know what it's gonna prove? that you're not popping. Because look, check this out now. Catch the vibes on this. All these dudes be always trying to act like they popping, right? Since I did that video on you, if you popping, the algorithm should pick it up. But if the algorithm don't pick it up, it just goes to show you that you're not popping, homie. And Rolly showed you wasn't popping. That's why he didn't get on your live and say hi. Say hi to the people. Yo, say hi. Say hi to the people. Can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this up, man. These guys are different, man. Yeah, we got a washout Monday, man. It rained, man. That's why, look, normally this would have affected my workout routine. But you see, I got it in the morning. I knew this was coming. I went extremely hard this morning, man. I'll put out a little clip. Y'all see W laughing, you and WCS laughing, man. But yo, yeah, WCS, feel free to use that, man. You gotta educate the peoples out here, man. Cause these guys be out here perpetrating, man. That was like the biggest perpetrating for me, man. But I told you how these guys are, man. These guys talk crazy online, man. And then they see people in real life. Listen, that didn't surprise me. Right? It didn't surprise me. Because I seen him do that to Wilder, man. At the Brooklyn Marriott, man. But I didn't record it. I was just like, I was there. I seen it. I was like, ew. I seen him do it to Wilder. Right in front of Wilder's wife. Well, not wife, but his baby mom, significant other at the time. Right in front of her. He turned into a fish. He turned into a straight fish. Like, damn, that's that man's woman right there, man. Real talk. And then he did it in front of Rolly. But that was good. Because you guys sit online, the Jealous Fan Cruise. He's one of the leaders of the new school for the Jealous Fan Zone. Y'all sit online and act like dude is valid and certified and all of that, right? The only thing that he was certified this whole past weekend or week, because the fights was over Friday, was that he wasn't official when it comes to covering fights or getting actual content. I told you what these guys are, and I said this last year, but now they graduated. I told you they were the room raiders. They love to record in rooms, right? They love to record in rooms. But if you paid attention, he had no access to Devin Haney. And I see why, right? Shout out to this young lady right here. Crystal Frost is Devin Haney's PR publicist. Great. Yeah, she works with a lot of the top hitters. Think Javante Davis. All of them, right? And I'm gonna show you something right here. I was like, remember, I think I was telling you, I was like, yo, there's a reason why he was not around Devin. Because he gave her the creeps before, right? Here she is right here, one of the top publicists in the game. This is Crystal, right? These are her pictures right here. Let me highlight her right here. Right here, these are her pictures, right? Can y'all see these pictures? Hold on. Yeah, see, she was his publicist. She's his publicist, right? See, that's her right there in the shadows over there. You don't see that other guy in the locker room because they probably left him at the hotel. Here she is at the after hour party. That's her once again, right? This is her and the team. You see how that guy doesn't have none of this, right? He was just coming online giving you stories. He doesn't have none of this because he wasn't around. He wasn't around. He wasn't covering Devin. He was hanging out at the hotel following Bill around, right? And remember, I kept saying to the people that were speaking to me, I was like, nah, he's not with them. Danny's the one getting that coverage. He's not part of Devin's team. He's just there with Bill. And I see why. Because Crystal probably didn't want him around because he doesn't know what he's doing. Those guys, just they do this. They jump on live and put the camera on them. And they tell you stories. Oh, man. Yo, Champ looks good, man. Yo, Champ's going to stop him. Yo, Champ. Yo, Champ's looking real good. Yo, Champ is going to stop him. Well, Champ didn't stop him. And, Champ didn't look good, man. So what happened? What happened? Yeah, she also works with like Carissa Shields. So she probably, right? When you were seeing like certain people that was at the event, right? Like Clarissa and Papoose, they probably got in off the strength of her. She's a publicist. See, this game, I'm gonna share this nugget with y'all, right? This game, it's raining outside, man. Yo, this game is all about connections, man, and relationships. That's why you always see me like flexing now on a lot of these guys. I'll be like, yo, you guys, please run down on me. I say a lot of things. I'll be like, yo, you know, y'all talk crazy on my brand and my name off of content. So when you see me get active and all of that, right? Because, like I said, I'm not an industry type of dude, bro. I don't want to be industry. I want to get money. I want to get money. And I found out a long time ago that content creating is not the lane for me, right? I knew that a long time ago when I started Jackal Fitness. I knew that content creating was not going to be my lane. I knew that, you know, being a talent scout, helping to develop fighters was definitely my lane. And you see I took off in it, right in front of y'all faces. And I documented it, right? But I also documented my journey doing media coverage because that's what I initially was doing. But I was just showing you, you know, the transformation, right? Because I already knew, I'm like, damn. And I see how this game is, right? They always put people in position, right? If they like them, the people that they don't like, they always find a reason why, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. That's why you always hear me stressing that. How does the content look now, right? I always say that, how does the content look now? And you always hear me say, oh, it's cool when they do it, huh? Because people will do the same thing you do, but if they like them, it's cool when they do it. Yeah, man. Well, go figure, man. Go figure. Look, I had these gloves today, right? Let me show you. I had these gloves today, man. Listen, I was hoping I was gonna catch some of y'all in traffic. You know that thing shit is sweet, man. I would have just gloved up, man. You heard? Look, shout out to Everlast. I would have just gloved up and be like, yo, let's walk around the corner. You want to talk? Let's walk around the corner. I had these joints on, man. If you know, you know. Look, these are these UFC specials, man. You know what I mean? I had these. I was like, I would have been like, yeah, you want to talk? Go around the corner real quick, man. You want to holler at me, right? Let's go around the corner. Yeah. This is my content looking down. I was like, yo, go around the corner, man. Yo, don't worry, man. Let's just go around the corner, man. You got to tell me something? Come on, man. Let's just go around the corner. Look. You know, I keep them. Look, I keep them, right? Oh, you see the blood on those. See the blood on those, right? Look. Yeah, you see the blood on those, man. But I was like, yo, man, let's just go around the corner, right? Let's just go around the corner, man. You know, we can talk. Yeah, we can talk. Yeah, how's my content looking though, y'all? How am I looking, man? How am I looking, man? Yo, CW, if you ain't busy, man, you want to jump on when I get to the crib? I might, you know, it's Monday. I was gonna do a little Insta, but I might chill, man. I know you like doing the power joint. CW, you still in here? Let me know, man. You want to jump on and do a power live? I know you watched it. Yo, CW, if you ain't watched Power this week, on Friday, or this weekend, you slipping. Yo, CW, if you ain't watched it, you slipping. Power was popping, man. I know you seen it, man. I know you seen it. We could do a Power live, CW. I don't really want to talk to no boxing. I'm good. I'm good on the boxing, CW. But if you want to jump on and do a Power live with me, let me know, man. We can do that. I'll get to that power motion. But boxing, I really don't want to waste my time, brother. Boxing is boxing was just like these fights this week. You see what Timothy Bradley be fucking with the sauce hard, man. He just gotta stay low key, right? Cause he's industry. He's in the game, so he gotta be low key. But yeah, if you heard Tim Bradley, right? Tim Bradley was like, yo, man, that shit was a waste of my time. Tim Bradley said the fights on Friday night was a waste of his time. Yo, who did he sound like, man? Yo, who told y'all that, man? Who told y'all that, man? Who said that? Like, yo, when y'all was asking me, was I gonna pop out? I was like, for what? Pop out for what, man? But Timothy Bradley said that shit was a waste of his time, man. And then shout out to my cousin, Gary Antoine Russell, right? You know, see, that's what I do, right? I call in favors, man. When I know niggas be trying to front, lame niggas on the internet be trying to front, I get my family that got status, right? I be like, yo, fam. I be like, y'all, I might shoot them a text or hit them up behind the scenes. I be like, yo, fam, off the record, fam, what you thought about such and such and such and such, right? Right? Yeah, then they'll go off, yo. Yeah, they'll go off, right? You heard what Polo say? Polo say, yo, that shit was trash. He said, yo, Devin Haney was trash, right? So I was like, all right, cool, cuz, right? Then I seen the video. He did the video, right? But I was like, damn, that kind of goes against what this other dude was trying to say, right? That's why I said you got to watch these dudes because, you know, Bill Haney be paying niggas and niggas that sell their ass for $1 or $2. So they'll say some old goofball shit. But last time I checked, Gary Antoine Russell is a certified champion at 140 pounds. He has the WBA title, right? So I was like, man, that was fire. That was fire, man. That was fire, man. But it is what it is. I'm ready to get out these heavy boots, man. I didn't bring my flip-flops, man. I normally have my flip-flop. Yeah, he sound like the sauce. He did, CW. I be trying to tell you, man. Yeah, I get views, CW. Don't be fooled, man. That shit is all shadow banned. I get views, man. You heard what the big homie, the Brownsville Yeti said, right? That's why I had to highlight the OG, man. That was the OG call. Yo, Shannon Briggs said, yo, man. Shannon Briggs called them niggas the Three Stooges. Yo, Shannon Briggs said they need to find new talent, man. Yeah, that's the OGs, man. See? Yeah, when the OGs that got stats, right? I love it. I love it when the OG Shannon Briggs is a world champion, man. So see, when certain people say shit, right? They can't front on it, man. But when like a guy like me, like I said, man, I don't have status to them, right? So if I say something, it looks crazy. But when the big homies like them say it, I'll be right back. Hold on. Yo, I'm back. Yo, I fucks with the big homie Shannon. Yeah, right? You heard what Shannon Briggs said, right? Hold on, put my seatbelt on. Yo, Shannon Briggs was like, yo, Shannon Briggs said something, right? I was like, yo, I gotta highlight my man yesterday. Yo, CW, you might have missed it. I'll probably get to a little bit of that today. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll focus on some content, right? I'll edit some of that up. But yo, Shannon Briggs says something. I was like, y'all gotta highlight the OGs. When the OGs, not the old bums, right? The official OGs. Shannon Briggs is the official OG, where he did something in the ranks. He was a world champion. So he's official. He's certified, right? Yeah, he says something, right? And I was like, damn, I'm not letting this go over people's heads, man, right? When he was talking about Rolly, right? Because like you get a guy like a Shannon Briggs who's certified, not niggas that don't do nothing, never did nothing, but they always got to, oh, yo, this, that, and the third, right? Like, nigga, shut up, right? Shannon said something that was so valid, right? That I was like, yo, I gotta highlight this. Yo, when he said, yo, when he was talking about Rolly, yeah, right? He was like, yo, man, niggas would love for you to throw that at them, right? Yo, I was like, come on, man. I said, yo, everybody gonna act like they ain't hear that, man. I was like, see, but they ain't gonna ignore it now, because I'm like, yo, the me said it, man. This is the world champion speaking his sauce, man. Right? But like I said, if I would have jumped on live and broke that down, because you know I sometimes I break shit down, even though game is supposed to be sold and not told. I'll break it down like, nah, you see that shit that he's doing, that technique? I would be like, yo, you see that technique? Because listen, I've been, you know, I already broke my man down before Bomac and them exposed him. I told you how he was incompetent. His coach was incompetent. Remember that? I was like, yo, dude is incompetent, man. I would love to face him, man.
I would love to face him. He's incompetent, man. Shout out to Bo Mac and the Omaha crew. They exposed that, man. But I told y'all that years ago. And y'all, they look, they can't lie on me no more. They tried to lie on me and say I was mad, I was bitter, I was all these things that I couldn't go to the gym. Yo, do you see my content I put out yesterday, CW, right? Or over the weekend, right? Yeah, he said I was mad I couldn't go to the gym, right? Doesn't it look like I stay in gyms, man? Right? Did you see me on that speed bag? Yeah, he said I was mad I couldn't come to the gym. Nigga, I've been in gyms my whole life, man. Like you talking about, oh, you couldn't come to the gym. Nigga, shut up, nigga. That's why, look, your karma is what it is now. Your karma is what it is. But, man, Shannon Briggs was spot on, man. There's niggas that's watching that like, yo, man, that nigga throws that old wild shit at me, man. I'm going to swerve that and counter that nigga and sit him down. Like, come on, man. Yeah, he sat Ryan down, though. Yo, didn't he sit Ryan down with that shit, man? But, yo, that shit was nasty work, man. This whole weekend, bro. Yo, oh, man, it was nasty. But, yo, it was some good fights, though. The, F.A. and what's the name? I loved it, that fight. You know why? Because we watched the other guys, brothers gonna work it out. Francis Ngannou and AJ go out there on some African brotherhood shit and pull the ultimate jokes. And then we watched two guys bang out. Yeah, they was mad at F.A., right? F.A. fought a good fight, man. Like, I watched the Girl Scout nigga, the Girl Scout Lush. You know, the Girl Scout cookie dude, right? The Lush. He's a Lush. He's a drunk wino, right? He's trying to talk. F.A. ran. Yo, listen, them niggas is heavyweight boxers. You can't run as a heavyweight. You can't go toe-to-toe with that big dude like that. F.A. boxed, man. And F.A. took some big shots, man. Took some big shots, man. But that was a good fight, man. That was a great fight. I liked that fight, man. Two big Goliath men. I thought F.A. won, man, but you know how that goes. They probably gave my man the draw, right? This boxing, man. Let's talk about it. Yeah, they gave my man the draw because they knew they lined him up to go out there, add a weight. He was like 50 pounds overweight. Went out there and got clipped by Joseph Parker. So they looked out for him with this one. That's what I think. That's my opinion on that, man. But hey, what do I know, right? What do I know, man? What you say? You say, yeah, you stay in the gym. I try, man. I try, CW. You know, listen. You gotta let them lie on you, and then you kill the narratives, right? Yeah, you kill the narratives, man. Yeah, if you watch that live stream, right? I'm kind of rusty. I don't be in the gym enough. But if you look at that live stream that I did the other day, Saturday morning, I jumped right on that bag, right? Rusty. And listen. I don't know, man. Like I said, my shits is still, they all right. Look, if I'm out and about and I gotta get big, I think I'll be all right, right? Yeah, if a nigga run down on me, I think I'll be all right, man. I ain't, listen, if a couple niggas run down on me, I think I'll be all right, man. You heard? I think I'll be all right, man. You know? I ain't one of these niggas sitting around, getting high and drunk, telling stories, right? I show my story, man. Sound like business to me. Yeah, man. Yeah. Hey, yo, CW, man, we could do the Power Live in a little bit right now. I'm gonna go to the gym tonight, man. I felt good the other day. Like, see, on Saturdays the gym be nice and empty. See, like tonight, the gym is gonna be packed, right? And I would just be wanting to be in there, doing what I do, mentorship. I don't be trying to really hog the equipment, and I let the kids do what they do, man. But I know Saturday they don't really be in there like that, so I could get loose a little bit, man. I be hoping some of the trolls You know, some of the niggas that said they want to beat me up or put hands on me pop out, man. So I could just, yo, listen, man. We could, we could lock the gym up, and we could lock the gym up, and I can show them a thing or two, or they can show me something, right? Show me something, right? We can all learn, right? yeah, we can all learn. Show me something. These niggas don't want to do that, man. Yo, my kids always making placing orders, man. But I'm gonna go look out because they had the state test today. She said she did good. Yeah, this is like the longest light right here. If you don't catch this light, when you come off the parkway, it takes forever, man. That's why I look, sometimes, right, I'll run it, right? Especially because I got all this on, right? I got on my municipality uniform, I'll run it. And then if I get pulled over, I get that professional courtesy, right? I'll be like, yo, man, I just got off the clock. I got to get my daughter off the bus. They just, they look out, man. I'll run that shit, right? I'll show this right here. I'll be like, yo, man, my bad, I won't do it again. I was like, but man, I got caught in traffic. I got to get my daughter off the bus. Guys have families too. They understand that. I go like this. Because, this car right here, I didn't have registered. I think the registration, something lapsed, man. Y'all got pulled over. Because, now when your registration ain't up to par, I bet you it's like that where you at too, CW in Vegas and whoever else is in here. If you robbed by the police, that shit triggers. If your car's not registered or, you got bad tags or whatever, that shit just registers. So I was moving. The registration on this car wasn't right. Yeah, my man did that. Did the instant U-boat. I was like, what the fuck? I know this nigga ain't jumping on me. Jump right on me, right? Pulled me right over, right? Luckily, like I said, I was in uniform. I had my shit. They gave me the pass, and I was like, yo, we got to get this shit together. But the registration had lapsed or some shit. But yeah, man, if this shit ain't up to par, how they got the eagle, what I call the eagle in the sky now, that shit, I had to get this shit straight right here, man. This is my money maker right here. It had shut me down for a while. I was like, damn, I was lucky. If I didn't get pulled over like that, man, coming home from work, I was making moves in this joint, man. Imagine I was making moves and that shit happened, man. But we got that shit straight, but yeah. Legit, man. We legit, man. Be legit. Yo, how was the content looking now, man? But yeah, CW, jump on with me, man. I'll send you the link in a second. I'll set up in a little bit. I just got to be done before 6. We'll do a little something. I just want to highlight Wallow too, man. Yo, in 2017, if you see how Wallow's room was looking, look, in 8 years, right? We're in 2025. Yo, he came home. He showed his room in 2017, right? He was staying at his grandmother's. Yo, dude is a millionaire. He's a millionaire now, man. He's a millionaire. So don't you listen, man. If you really got emotion and you got shit going on, don't get frustrated. I'm gonna share that tonight. Don't get frustrated. This dude is a millionaire. But if you look how he was living, he was sleeping on a twin bed. He had a room. He's a millionaire now. A millionaire. That's why these guys could never look. When they try to come on here and discourage me about shit, I'd be like, yeah, bro, I'm a millionaire. Y'all just don't see it. I've been seeing it, right? That's why I stay on it on what's the name of them's helmet. Because I made my millions already and they robbed me. They lied and they tarnished that brand. But I built up $1 million brand in Jackal Fitness. I built it. Right? $1 million media brand, right? And now I brought it back around again, Shanu's Boxing, right? I should be sitting on about 20 million right now off of Jackal Fitness. Real talk. 20 M's. But I walked away from it. God told me to. God said, don't worry. I'm going to give it all right back to you. And he did. He is. But I was like, man, I was ready to kill a lot of these motherfuckers. Still am, but I let it go. I let him take care of it now, man. Yeah, CW, I'm gonna come right back on, man. I'm gonna come right back on. I'm gonna start cooking, right? I'm gonna start cooking. I'm gonna set up the live stream. We're gonna do a power live if you can. If you can, it's all good. I understand. But I'm gonna do my power live stream tonight. If you wanna come on, come on. On to the gym tonight, man. I got a lot of compliments, right? A couple comments on my video and shit. So you know, you know when I get the comments on my videos, look, I'm 46, I ain't active like that, but my ego gets big again. Like, you know, I got it, man. I'm fucking nigga up out here, man. I'm like, I fucking nigga up, man. You know, I'm a world champion, man. You heard? I'm a world champion, man. My man told me about my punches, right? Same nigga that can't leave his crib, nigga. You can't even leave your crib, man. The punch sequences, combinations out though. I've been going around the world over those, brother. You can't even leave your crib, my nigga. You can't purchase a vehicle. You can't do a lot of things. But you talk about my punches, my punch sequences, my content. It's been taking me around the world, brother, for years. You still can't leave out your crib. You can't leave out your crib. But you talking about my punch sequences, things that I do. You know why? Because you sit around and you listen to has-beens, washed up haters, and jealous niggas. Because your big homie is a washed up hater with nothing to show you. He's a bum. And what do bums all have in common? They always have a story. Yo, I was this, I was that. Yo, man, yeah, man, yo. Fuck out of here, man. But how was the content looking at? Look, I got my sapphires on. Light. I'm like, y'all had to shine like my daughter. See how my daughter, yesterday, she was starting, man. Reen had her emeralds in her joint. I said, let me throw my shits in too, man. You know, shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. But this is the Source Experience, the news. Marshall News. How is the content looking now? Like, share, and subscribe. Just share, man. If 10 of y'all share my content, it really will upset the algorithm. Just 10, man. That's all. I just want 10 shares, man. I don't ask for much. 10 shares, man. You niggas be quick to give people $10. Just give me 10 shares, man. And I'll do the rest. But hey, what do I know? Yachty.